Hey guys, Marian here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you guys my review of the Willow breast pump. I am breastfeeding mama. I have breastfed my older son until he was 18 months, and with my younger son now we are on 8 months and counting. So I have had a lot of experience with breastfeeding and breast pumps. I am so excited to share this review for you guys because the Willow is such a different product to the breastfeeding, breast pumping marketplace. I'm so excited that this was invented and that people are actually rethinking what a breast pump can be. So I have been using the Willow now for a few weeks and it has completely transformed my view of pumping and how pumping fits into my life. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. Before I jump in, I just want to let you know that I have used lots of other breast pumps before in my life. I was counting, I think I'm on number, I think this will be number like 4 or 5, but because I've had such a long breastfeeding journey and different insurance plans and options to buy other pumps, I have truly experienced them all. So I have used the Spectra, the Medela pump and style, the Medela freestyle, the Medela like hand expression pump, as well as the Haka, and now the Willow. Okay, so that's 6 different breast pumps. I've tried them all, people, but like I said, I've breastfed over years and years, so I've had that opportunity. So I feel like I'm a good person to tell you guys what are the pros and cons of the Willow and help you out if you're trying to decide if it's worth it to buy it. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Marian. I make videos about being a mom, being a Jewish mom. I would love it if you subscribe and hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. And if you want to know more about me and my life, definitely follow me on Instagram at MyJewishMommyLife. Okay, so let's jump into the Willow. I'm gonna first show you guys how it works, how it's assembled, and what the app does. So these are the basic pumps that the Willow comes with. These are the 2 actual pumps that you put on each breast. There's a left side and a right side. To start the Willow, you press the power button. You actually want to hold it down for a few seconds. And then to start pumping, you press the play pause. Right now it's giving me the indicator light that it's not properly put together because the back side isn't on. You can also increase the suction by using the up or down arrows once it gets into the expression mode. The back of the pump consists of 2 main parts, this as well as this one. This part is actually sized individually to your breast. There's 3 different sizes to choose from based on your nipple size. And then this is part that connects to it. So when washing the pump, there's really very little to wash, and both parts are fairly large compared to other breast pumps. To assemble the pump, you just have to take these 2 parts and put them together by squeezing this on and locking this part in on top. Then you just take one of the bags. These are really cool because they automatically close when you're done pumping, and they're totally spill proof, which is really unique in the pumping world. You fit the bag around the circle part in the middle, and then this part, which will automatically seal and close so it's completely spill proof, you just tuck in here and lock on. You're ready to go for this side now. You do have to finagle it a little bit to make sure that the bag is completely tucked in. These are magnets here, so they need to attach to the pump. But the attachment process is really easy. All you do is fit it together like so, and it's ready to go. If the bag is sticking out at all, like here, sometimes it'll give you an indicator light that it's not properly attached. So you might have to fiddle with it a little bit just to make sure the bag's completely tucked in. And that's the assembled pump. The other cool part about the Willow pump is it comes with an app. So this is what the app looks like. It shows you how many ounces on each side is pumping. It shows you how long you've been pumping. It shows you which mode it's in, the intensity, and you can also see the history of what you've pumped, how much you've pumped, when you've pumped, etc. So that's really nice. Okay, so first I want to show you guys just how it works to get this thing on the breast. So once you've assembled it, like I showed you how, all you have to do is, I'm going to try and be a little discreet and modest here, although I'm talking about breast pumps, but you just take the pump, place it on top. Let me go up a little bit. Okay, so you take the pump, you place it on top of the breast like so, and the only thing you really want to be careful of is that your nipple is in the center of the pump. You really don't want it touching the sides or off to one side because that can really hurt your breast and can give you real issues. So you can, when you're learning how to use the Willow, you can actually place it on your breast with just this part and then bring the pump up to attach it. Once you've used it a while and you kind of get like where it is on your breast, where it should be, how it should feel, you don't need to do that. But when you're learning how to use it, definitely just put this on first. So I just look at my breast, make sure the nipple is in the center, then I press the power button, and then the blue light on top will flicker. So I'm just gonna hold that down You'll hear it attached to the breast. It's actually really quiet. I don't even know if the camera, how much the camera will pick it up. Okay, so now it's in the suction mode. You just hold it there, lift your bra back up, and clasp it, and that's it. You're done. So yes, they do make your boobs look enormous. I mean, not that big, but you know, you can tell there's something there compared to this side. But this just revolutionized for me pumping. This is completely hands-free, and it's not just that. You can bend forward, you can lean back, you can move around, you can lift your baby, you can do the dishes, and this thing just keeps going. Everything is fine. I had pumps that plug into the wall, pumps that are just battery, and I just keep it on me, and those have been great. But even with the pumps that you use a battery with and like can just hook onto you, there's still all these like cords around, and if you lean forward or move in a certain way, the breast pump kind of falls off and you could lose a lot of milk like that. It's very distressing when it happens. So you can't really totally go about your day doing things like dishes, lifting babies, etc., because the pump will just get in the way of that. I've actually had the ones with the wires get like hooked on doors all the time, or like different things in my kitchen on the counter, etc. So even though there are other portable pumps in that sense, there's nothing like this where you can like totally move around and be flexible and fine. You can lean back, you can lean forward, it's good to go. So it'll pump in this stimulation mode until it gets enough milk express, and then I'll switch to the expression mode. And it's great because you can see what it's doing, how much milk is being expressed, etc. It's all tracking right there. And I just wanted to have it on for you guys now so you could hear how loud it is. If you've never used a breast pump before, you might think like, oh, I can still hear that. Yeah, but if you use any other breast pump, it is about 10 times louder than this. So this is really, really quiet for a breast pump. Okay, I'm gonna stop pumping right now because I did not need to be pumping right now. And my breasts are gonna be like, what the heck's going on? But yes, to pause it, which brings me to that, all you do is press that pause button. You wanna release your breast using 2 fingers. You don't wanna just like pull it off. And there it's done. So there is a little milk in there. I'll show you guys how it captures it. You lean it forward. It just suctions that last bit out and fills it in the milk bag. So when it's done, all you do is open the pump, oh goodness, and pull out the bag. There's no milk in here right now because I only pumped for 10 seconds, but it's suctioned off that last little bit, so there's actually a tiny bit in there. But anyways, you just pull this off, it's good to go. There's no spills, no nothing. You just pop it in the freezer or pop it in a bottle. And Willow has just come out with a reusable bag, which I'm definitely going to be buying. So now that I've shown you guys how the Willow pump works, I wanted to jump into the pro cons for anyone who's considering the pump and trying to figure out whether or not it will work for them. So I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 little boys. I have a toddler and a baby running around my life, and it is really hard for me to find any time to just sit and pump. So my experience with pumping, and the reason the Willow has been such a life changer for me, is that I am always on the move. Something's always going around. I no longer have an afternoon where everybody naps. In the evening, I'm trying to like tidy and get life together, so I just don't have that 20 minutes multiple times a day where I can just sit and pump. If I did have that, I might want a different pump. I might want one that plugs into the wall and is super, super powerful. If I was trying to increase my supply, like if you've just given birth to the baby, you're trying to establish your supply, if you have low supply, if your baby's having feeding issues, this also might not be the right pump. You might want a super hospital grade strength pump. If you were a working mom, so I have been a full-time working mom with a baby, and I've pumped at work, and there are a few considerations. So one, I was just sitting at my desk working while I pumped, so it didn't really matter to me if there were cords or whatever, and I was needing to pump a huge volume of milk to make up for all the hours that I wasn't breastfeeding my baby in the day. I didn't like that I had a loud pump though at that time because it meant I couldn't take calls at work, but I could do my typing and everything else, and that was fine. The other thing to consider is washing and how much washing of parts you have to do. For me, the worst part about pumping, honestly, is washing all the little parts. And like I said, I've had a lot of different pumps in my life. Some of them have these tiny little pieces, and you really have to like scrub in there, not lose all the little parts. There's like 5 different things to put together and wash and dry, and it's really annoying. So one of the huge pros to me of the Willow is that it only really has the 2 main pieces to wash, and that is nothing. Like compared to other pumps, this is amazing. But of course there are some cons that come along with this. This is a new breast pump. Some insurance plans don't cover it or will only reimburse for some of it, so the cost is a huge factor for a lot of women. And again, if you're trying to increase your supply or really build that supply, you need a super strong hospital grade pump. This probably isn't going to be the one for you. If you're more concerned about the volume of milk and how to increase that volume of milk rather than the convenience of pumping, then this might not be the one for you. If you have the ability to sit and pump like in a desk situation or during a time of day where you're not going to be bothered, maybe you're a first-time mom, so your baby's napping and it's really easy for you to sit and pump, then the convenience of this might not be something that matters to you. If you've never pumped before and you don't know what you're getting into, I definitely encourage you to watch my other pumping videos so you can see how some of those other pump works and what the real differences are. So that's it. That is my review of the Willow. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget, if you want to purchase the Willow pump or are interested in learning more about it, I have an affiliate link down below, so don't forget to click that and check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!